212. Little extras there. Got Kasim. The wordsmith, you in here early. I don't know. Is that no, that's a good thing or a bad thing. But it's the deal, y'all. I had to do some overnight shift last night. So a little bit slow on the draw today. Teensy bit. But we made it. But yeah, we didn't get a chance to come up with no topic. So I guess we could just shoot from the hip. See if we got any interesting questions out there that we could cover because yeah, I don't have a rant today. I don't have one. Freedom of law. Shalom. But was oh we got I didn't even know you came in. How you got in? So I take it you got some topics you want to address. First, if you want, hold on. You gotta unmute. Guys can see it. I seen. So yeah, what we got Wordsmith with. What's the topic? You gotta unmute.
Peace, peace. Peace, peace.
Peace.
Peace, peace, bro.
Peace. Peace. So I'm out here actually I'm outside over here by fucking Blackstone in Fresno, California outside. Peace, how's everybody doing?
Peace.
Maintaining.
Yeah.
So what's up? You got a topic for us today, or you just came on?
Well, yeah, okay. What was the topic? The topic was dealing uh with women, you know what I'm saying? Like hypergamy. I wanted you to expound on it, like, build
I'm trying to maintain the channel here. Being canceled, and you you start off. uh, I mean, that's not like you asked me if that's in the lessons or something.
Nah, it's not in the lessons. I just want, like, like to just understand it better, so how we be teaching them better. Like,
Say it again.
understand the essence of that, how to do it, how we could address it better. You know, when dealing with them.
See, we live in a capitalist society, right? And
Yeah.
over a certain period of time, everything has become commodified. See what I'm saying? So, in everything that people is trying to do, they're trying to profit in some way. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the environment that we in. You know, but see, a lot of times when you got something, when you giving somebody got to mute. When you dealing with something that uh people is worshiping. You know what I'm saying? People is putting all they energy into, and sometimes you got to show that you mastered that thing. You understand what I'm saying? In order for the person to see what your power is and see what the true power of that thing they was worshiping.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, if we living in a society like that, in terms of hypergamy, right?
Yeah, because it was this Colombian woman, and she told me I told her, I'm into different things. She told me money makes the world go round, and then I told her hold on. But then I heard a song by this. It's called City Girls, and in the song they was talking about pussy. They said pussy. I sent it to her. You
But those
know,
things is not really hypergamy, though.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I mean, there's different levels of it. Like how well, what was the context of this conversation? Because you know, you know, what you describing as prostitution. That's not hypergamy.
Nah, it's something I'm talking about.
Hmm?
Hypergamy. I'm talking about like let's say I go on a date, right? I actually go on a date.
Mm-hmm.
You telling me, I just want to know her mind and shit. People want to know, do you have a job?
Well, that's not hypergamy in and of itself. You know, because you got to remember that in the poor part, we 5% on this poor part of the planet Earth that counts. That means that you need money, right, in order to, uh, master at least some of those jewels, right? Like right now to get knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You want knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You can buy my real estate investment courses. You see, it costs money.
Yeah,
Freedom, justice, and equality, right? If you got enough money, you could buy your freedom from the justice system. You understand what I'm saying? You know, you can, at the very least, improve your food, clothing, and shelter. You know, and these are supposed to be the things that lead to love, peace, and happiness in the society that we deal with, right? So, you know, just that's an aspect of that.
yeah, okay.
Thing. But if you're saying, that's a difference between a quid pro quo exchange of affection for money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Peace.
What's the deal? We got
Wise friends.
Wise Bezos. So yeah, we dealing with just open topics because I basically been so busy during the week that I didn't get a chance to all right.
Yeah, on your video, the one I was telling you I was watching today, the think is the 6 tons of realization. Where you was talk about you was answering the questions of the poor part. And I hear you guys building on that. What specific what y'all building on the poor part before I I, I say my seat?
Nah, this was Wordsmith was asking about hypergamy, but he was kind of mixing in prostitution.
Nah, I didn't say nothing about no prostitution.
Listen,
bro, I didn't say nothing about the prostitution, bro.
There's some legal definitions out here that exist in the world. Exchanging affection for money is prostitution.
No, I was just, if a chick, you see the guy, if he say,
Now listen.
I can't do what you don't got a job.
That's what I'm saying. You now there's a difference between, right, the woman saying that, look, I don't want to be guaranteed to have the poor in our lessons forever, right? I want you to be in a position where we could try to take the poor out of our kids' lessons, right? So, if she's asking you, if you got a job, it's not necessarily negative, right? Now, that's the difference with her trying to get you to involuntarily partake in a transaction. You know what I mean? Or, not that it's involuntary, like you don't know what's going on, but to make this interaction seem like more than a transaction.
Oh yeah, that's something else. Nah.
Hey, Wordsmith.
We talk about that. Yeah, what's up,
Wordsmith? You out tricking?
Nah, because
no, man.
We got because look, when you go in the store, right? If you go in the store to buy a TV, right? What's one of the first questions that the salesman asks you?
I don't know.
How much you looking to spend? So I'm just saying that, but I don't know the women that you deal with. I don't know circles that you're traveling. You see what I'm saying? Like if you want Figueroa and you get that question, you know what I'm saying? That's a difference. Then, right now you in front of the Starbucks and you just meet a young lady over coffee and y'all just talking. That's different.
Nah, yeah.
Well, check this out. On that list of first dates, you can't take a woman to Starbucks, G. You can't take a woman to get coffee.
All right, look, tell me the new rules because y'all know I'm not even hip. I'm waiting to see
check this out.
When harmony equality comes in, then I'm gonna see if I could be grandfathered in. Even though I didn't fast the new way.
So the new list is basically any restaurant or anything that isn't fine dining to the fullest. Yeah, they don't want to go.
Wait. Who made this list?
Some chick.
Oh, I thought it was like a red pill list or something. But okay, so this.
No.
So this
no,
is
y'all talk about prostitution on here, man.
Yeah, so but what restaurant is like fine dining though?
So right, that's so wait
what
a minute.
Restaurant is fine dining?
Wait a minute. So this is a list. This is not a list of places where this is where women are saying these dates are not acceptable. Like if you
so no coffee, no cheesecake, no Applebee's, uh, no church, gym, movies, uh, uh, the damn any restaurant like that tier, like cheesecake, anything that tier. No, they talk about Ruth Chris. They're talking about, and then some, some of their local fine dining establishments.
What you
But
saying?
Ruth Chris is like the main one. Like, and I never even been in there, so I didn't even know about it before.
What about tacos?
Nah, G, look, it got to be fine dining.
Gotta be fine. Right. But I'm saying, look,
It got to be.
what if it has? So if it has Mexican cuisine on the sign outside,
Nah, G, it gotta be beautiful letter. It gotta the meal gotta come out to be like $200-300. G,
$200-300.
they not taking no losses.
Did you just say that's a trigger right there,
Hold
man?
on. Back up. Because I thought you said a first date.
Yeah, the first date. You haven't seen this list? People been arguing over it the last few months, G.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, so how successful is the list? Like like the women who I guess adhere to this list, right? How successful are they at dating? Or how successful have they been since they instituted these rules?
I don't know, but it was like a meme that some chick said, "This is she don't want to go on the first date and blah blah blah," and then it kind of blew up after that. A lot of the women that I seen in the comments, they didn't agree with it. They're like, "What the hell you talking about? Shit, cheesecake is cool. Cheesecake Factory,
Yeah, see
all
now
out."
look, that's what I was getting ready to say, is that it sounds to me as like because see, I'm in New York, right? So, certain things is like that. Like, see, if you're willing to pay, $50 at the door, then we know how much we can charge you for drinks.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, that's the type of situation where my speculation would be, right? That my speculation would be is that this is kind of you got
Trying to show your outfit, Ware Smith. You trying to show your
My new shoes. Nah, my new shoes.
see, you got different professions where they could do like a financial assessment of you. They can kind of
God, these broke people.
They could look at your lifestyle, right, and kind of reverse engineer to see how much your income is or something. But you said these are broke people.
Yeah, G. These not 100,000aires. These not millionaires. These broke people.
Well, that's the kind of people that would be kind of into that.
Let me look at the
stuff that you see now, right? Like a lot of these purses and cars that you see is like a cheap version that these companies made for people that just ran into a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying? And they wanna stun or whatever. So, but the vast majority of that stuff is, so who knows? Kim Salam said, "What's the science with the building remodeling at the school? I've been in on a few cycles." Well, I mean, if you've been in on a few cycles, right, so listen, because
take her to your room.
and man.
Hey, Wise, you might I don't beat me up, Wise. Do not beat me up, man.
Wait a
But
minute.
I'm not asking. I'm just saying, man. What's up with the wordsmith asking Omar just for a cup of coffee, man? Go up for a cup of coffee.
Hold on for a second.
This guy.
Hold on. So when you say the building remodeling at the school right now, which ciphers have you been in?
Amir, go in your room. That's funny. You remember her name. What you rewatch the videos and listen to her voice and all that stuff? Is that what you be doing?
I got good memory, man. I got good memory. I remember a lot of stuff.
My
Yeah.
sister, the one you were saying, my sister.
All right.
Yeah, the one that was on the video.
That's wild. But I'm trying to see right here from Alkin Salam.
Like, look, man, if you can get her attention, sure. You know.
I just want to everywhere she is, you know, fucking I don't have
Well,
social media and shit.
Providence Plantations, SW Bedbug 120.
Does she get on YouTube? Does she have a YouTube channel?
no. But what I was saying about the poor part, right? When I was asking y'all, you know, I always saw it as you know, the poor being something that you lack, right? And the you know, as far as the one the not well the 14th degree, right? That we lack that, you know, lack the hard headedness in that degree. You see, easily led in the wrong direction, hard leading the right, right? And you know, in many people's definition, poor is to lack finances. But you know, like I said, how I see it is to lack something, right? And so lacking the desire to use people and blood suck them. You see what I'm saying? Oh, and also I was thinking about this earlier, right? So when you're a teacher and you have a specific people you're teaching, normally that specific people come before teacher. It's like, for example, a kindergarten teacher or a teacher that teaches kindergarten is a kindergarten teacher. You see what I'm saying? A teacher that teaches eighth grade is an eighth grade teacher, right? So, a righteous teacher that teaches the poor is a poor righteous teacher. You see, and that's how I always saw it. Now, in other aspects, in 120, yeah, you know, on my planet, I don't have a poor part, and I took, you know, I don't put the devil on the poor part, and all parts I care about because you know, it's easy to, you know, grow weeds and shit in a place that you don't care about. You know? So, yeah.
All right.
Poor. What about poor? Like you know, when poor, when
I'm going to dig
poor.
the rabbit hole a little bit deeper right here. So, just to deal with some problem solving, right? What about illiterate?
Uh,
Little rat.
you asking me?
A little rat.
How you see illiterate?
Little rat.
Well, so it's twofold, right? So I know what the degree says, right?
Rat.
And I know during that time it literally meant illiterate, right? So in that time it meant you couldn't,
I
huh?
brought that up to kind of parallel now with, okay, what did that mean in 1934?
But if a person is illiterate, they might be a little rat throwing shit on the street, just knocking shit down, throwing shit out there. Because literally, they read shit. Bro, so they're a little rat. Little rat.
You see, really going down the rabbit hole.
That's it.
But illiterate in that day and time mean you couldn't read,
Right.
right? And write,
That's what I'm saying.
right?
In that time, right? You know, what other righteous teachers was it? Meaning, you know, the numbers of the NOI, right? Didn't get to that level
They had Marcus Garvey people.
in 1934.
Garvey.
Hold on, what did you say? I couldn't hear you. What'd you say? What? The NOI numbers, what?
NOI numbers, like, you know, later on, you see Elijah Muhammad becoming a little bit more prosperous as a nation. But in 1934, right,
Yeah.
making all these different little separations. I'm talking about when they was in Black Bottom, right?
Uh-huh.
What was the condition of the righteous teacher?
He was poor mentally and physically.
Oh yeah, he was
Right.
oh, go ahead, G.
And so these are the
Remember, bottom sounds a lot like
You gotta
bottom.
think, you know, anytime it's if you want to make a change, the person got to be totally dissatisfied. Like when Yaku made devil, he went to a people that were dissatisfied. And when Elijah started to teach, when Farad taught him, they went to the poorest part of Detroit, Black Bottom. Those people was poor mentally and physically. You know, because the poor righteous teacher could also come to teach the poor who doesn't have a proper education, which goes back to illiterate, because literate simply means not to know. You can't punish a person for not knowing nothing. You got to teach him. Now, once you teach him and he know better, now it's a problem if he don't move in according to what you taught him. But you can't punish from not knowing. That's why we here responsible for the uncivilized. You know?
So, you know, a lot of these things that we say, you know, a lot of in the lessons in general, right? You know, there's a difference from when we drew them up at the 1964 with the mathematics from what was actually the, you know, the answers that was given by Elijah. You know, this is the difference, like I said, between, you know, Elijah Muhammad answering the question in 1934, right, and you answering it in 2023. That, you know,
I see that.
these types of things like that, that would be the difference. You see what I'm saying? Where you to take that out to lessons now, right? Because you got Farrakhan.
Yeah, it's like when you say butt brings rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes, and I answer the question, you come out butt brings rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes. Well, it's fine because that's I had a situation just this year with that, with wisdom, you know, with butt.
To ask the question about remodeling in law school, you can see it's a few different cycles. So that's what I'm saying. Like you could be talking
butt brings rain, hail,
snow. School. I don't know what particular plan you're talking about. There we need donations.
Can y'all hear me now?
So what about Buster? You talking about Buster Rhymes? What about him?
Hey, Wordsmith, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. I was out for a little bit.
Okay. Where's Darkim go?
I'm right here. I'm waiting on
Oh,
Alkim Salam.
yeah.
Clarity to his question. And Red Bug 120 says we need donations. Buster and that big chain ain't doing nothing. What you talking about, Buster Rhymes?
What else have y'all been building on since you got on?
No, I just came in and came in with
So if we answer the question for ourselves, right? What brings rain, hailstone, earthquakes? I say, yeah, I definitely agree. If you say rain, hell, I say rain, the hell, hell as like conditions, bad conditions. It says hail, Hail, like the snowfall. That shit is still talking about the hail shell they put you in, not the spooky concept of the business. What I'm saying. So, what brings rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes? Um, yeah. So, I would say, all that
Well,
above is
in that
cause.
degree, it says they teach daily, G.
It says all about the Son of Man. You know what I'm saying? But also there are circumstances, and especially when we live in a country like this, right? You know what I'm saying? Like in California, let me tell you this right here, right? If you come to California and let's say you get in an argument with a guy, right? And y'all just fucking around, and you say, "Hey, I'm gonna kill you." You might not. You just talking shit, right? But if you report that to the cop, you know what they can do? You put you in jail for a felony. You know what it's called? Terrorist threats. And it could carry up to 3 years. They ship people to prison. They can ship people to prison, shit like that. And it's just stories like that. You see what I'm saying? Just words. So what I'm saying is that the wisdom born degree in the 140 says Yakub didn't build prison houses for his people. Hey, Rumi. But however, Yakub's devil did build prison houses for his people, for different people. And then he put the 13th Amendment to, and made it business. Shit like that. So,
Right? Just had to open up the rabbit hole, huh?
yeah.
so
Hey, listen, right now I'm just I got my salad over here. Trying to take a few bites, I've let him go on. But hold on, we got an announcement over here. Black Justice is new Mr. 120.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard it in the video. You were saying, he should get it within a month and a half, or with a month and a half left.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay,
look,
okay.
I tried to tell you how easy it was to be as you went through all the hard
That's peace. I can't even see the comments.
I don't know why that is. But yeah, that's giant shout out right there.
Oh, you're using Zoom now?
Uh oh, yeah, this right here. I just went through Zoom.
Yeah.
I use both of them. But at any rate, yeah, how's it feel? How's it feel to join the 120 club?
Where's Smith? When did you get 120?
I got 120. See, I got it early in like 2017 or something, but like I didn't memorize it all because I was getting like I was getting going through situations where wouldn't be able to have it all. So I would have like the 110 on cap, It was a certain long time where I had everything on cap from all the way to the 114 to the 114 on cap, and then when Darkim back in when he decided to do that, when he got on YouTube and he was like, yeah, he started building his channel up. I was like, okay, man, that gave me something to get back to my study. So in 2014, I was in so I was about to start in 140, and he started YouTube channel. What was that? At the end of like 2019, something like that. And, that's when we was all
Hey,
coming together. And
next guy question. Anybody else? Let's see. I'll tell you. This is a little bit crazy, but as I was like getting close to knowing 120, right? I started practicing how I was gonna say it. Did anybody else do that? Like, yeah, like I said, like if somebody asks me what degrees you know, or if you know 120, like I was practicing how I said like I would say like somebody be like, yo, what degrees you know? You know 120. I said it real calm, like no.
I still stumble when somebody asks me, and when I'm stumbling, the answer is playing in my head, but speaking it, I'll be stumbling sometime. But then sometimes I'll be in my groove, and I'll be like, you know.
Yeah, that was a moment, because you gotta remember that, I learned 120 as a child, so all the type of things, it was like, you finally reach the top of the pack. You know what I'm saying? Because we in cycles every day. But when once you know 120, and your understanding is growing and everything, it's a different kind of experience and everything when you come into excitement.
yeah. Well, man, the situation I was in, I still remember my history, man, because I thought I was trying to build a degree. And there was some of it, I missed some of it. That's like the lesson. Damn, I don't know if I forgot it or not.
Thanks a lot.
I used to build degrees.
See, because
All the time.
see what it is, Alchem Salon, it's like a couple of different plans, a couple of different committees. So I don't know which committee you was necessarily doing a knowledge to that you attended the meeting.
Yeah, I practice how I would say it. And yeah, because it's like, okay, what degrees you knowledge? Yeah, I got 120.
You gotta say calm. You gotta say calm. Calm but confident.
Yeah, you see, you's too cool for school. Me, I'm excited.
See, but you gotta remember, I was, we there every day. It's not like people don't see me getting close. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was the thing that I practiced right there.
So, can you tell by someone how they walking or how they look if they know 120?
If we got some stuff on us, if there's something about us that is obvious that we 5%, then yeah, a lot of times I could tell.
What's some of those things where you could tell, like, okay, he got 120?
I mean, in general, just the confidence that they come up and speak to you with. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some people, that's the first thing. Like, some people were speaking to you because you saw them. Like if you didn't see them, they would have kept easy right around the corner. You know what I'm saying? You know, uh, how fast the person is trying to get out of there. You know, but look, it's times when somebody throws you totally off. Like one time, you know, we was just standing around talking. It wasn't, we was just talking about regular things in the environment. So the brother walks up, we see him, and he's all happy to see us and everything. Yeah, peace, God, peace, God, no doubt. Woo, woo. So it's like as soon as that's over, he say peace to everybody. He's like, so what's the signs? Y'all building on degrees?
Yeah.
So when he said that, it was like, all right, well, yeah, we building on degrees now. How you see today's math? And then he didn't know it.
What the fuck?
So my thing was, why you didn't brought that up? Like, why?
Yeah.
I thought
Oh.
I thought he knew it, and we was about to go into a whole cipher, like, cause he had the other walk. Remember I told you I was the walk where you could tell, right? Like we standing on the corner, and you could tell that somebody just came from getting some lessons. Like they just came from getting some new lessons, while they was there, the brother then dropped all types of understanding, and they can't wait till they see us. So they can drop some shit that we don't know yet.
Yep.
He had that type of demeanor, but he ain't know his lesson.
Oh man. He practiced on the wrong thing too much.
That been able to go from who is the original man to Pluto. Okay, let me ask you a question, Black Justice. So have you noticed yet that 120 also goes from knowledge to born? Have you noticed that little point, you think, yet?
Fly Frey. How long you been in the 1 and 20, Fly Phrase? I'm on the born degree in the 1 of 14 now. So Wordsmith, you gonna answer the question? When you get 120?
I know he got it during the time with his live stream.
During the live?
Yeah, he didn't have it before I started the live stream.
Mm.
I remember when he learned it.
He was Mr. 120 as well?
Ooh.
Wordsmith, or did he was he a sneaky Mr. 120?
You gotta relinquish the crown now. You gotta be Mr. 120 and you got it. You gotta make a comeback. You gotta try to do Muhammad Ali or something.
Or a George Foreman, get it when you a lot older.
Something. So you've been stuck on that joint for 2 months. I mean, what's keeping you stuck? See, that was another thing that was good for me, is that I had a competitor.
You had a what?
I had a competitor.
Oh
Just
yeah.
in general, kids is competitive. But I had a direct competitor that, we on the same degree, neck and neck the whole time. So,
Peace to the guys. Peace.
Peace,
Peace,
bro.
peace, peace, peace. What's
Jesus
happening, y'all?
Turk.
Yeah,
Jesus
Black
Turk.
Justice, Black Justice, Black
Black
Justice.
Oh,
Johnson.
Yeah. Peace to the God.
Black
How y'all living? I'm gonna let the
all
dog out.
yeah,
Yeah, God.
all wise and civilized, blessed, man. Beautiful on this now this is a standing day. All being born of course.
Five days to the Providence plantation. You said just trying to get it on tap. See,
so peace, Black Justice.
What's going on, God?
What's your full name?
Black Justice, a lot. My righteous are honorable, God. Come on,
Your
go use
name?
the bathroom. Jesus Turk is my honorable name. Black Justice allows my righteous.
Okay, that's peace. What is Black Justice? What does that mean?
Well, Black because I'm the original man. Justice I took on from Supreme Alphabet. Pardon self, guys, man. I literally just hopped out my semi truck and got to the rest, man. So I'm moving fast. That's why I wanted to jump on the live right fast. But yeah. I took Justice from Supreme Alphabet. The J. So Jesus is my name. Jesus is my actual name. God ain't Jesus.
What does justice mean?
No, justice is one's penalty of reward for one's ways and actions. So just ice or justice.
Yeah, so how does it feel to have 120?
And it's man, God, it's excellent, man. The guy Darkim, man, it's kind of like almost like he had issue with a challenge because I said I want to say I want on the last live, I was like probably to the end of the year and whatnot. I had just gotten the 1 through 36. It's like probably to the end of the year, and he was like, "Nah, you should have that here soon and whatnot." Then I was looking at it and was going through it with the guys that was walking me through and everything. Like, these is bars for the 1 through 36 to be so simple, man. It's so many jewels in the 1 through 36 to me. But
it is.
yeah, it's a lot
Like
of
which
jewels in
one?
there.
The
Like which
lessons is
one?
like that. The lessons is like that where you just like
Yeah.
pack it and pack it in degrees.
Right.
What's
Yeah.
what's one of the
Right.
jewels in the 1 in 36?
Man, okay. Let's go with the 10. The devil taught him how to eat the wrong food. The
And
knowledge cipher. Man, the trader disappeared. And there was no one to speak their language. Man, it's just like when you start looking at even not having how they touch on not having the knowledge of themselves. When they talk about not having the knowledge of the self, do you mean to tell me that some of the 17 million don't know they are Muslim? That's saying they absent-minded. The needle's still stuck in the brain. The needle still needs to be removed. That's that fear. That's that fear that the devil planted in them when they was little.
True indeed.
It's jewel. It's very heavily jewel laden.
So you got it, the 1 to 10, 1 to 14, 1 to 40, 1 to 36, actual fact solar?
Yes,
Okay.
indeed. In order of completion, the way,
who's your
when
educator?
God gave me the science of it, was the way of completion. No, I'm good. I got to get ready and lay down here in a minute. I got to get back to the truck. Sorry, pardon self about that.
Who's your educator, G?
So, Sincere Magnetic out of C Medina and Divine Justice out of Medina.
you know
Okay.
what's fun? You know what's interesting? My enlightenment was named Justice.
Yeah. Divine Justice out of Medina out there. He walked through his lessons by the firstborn of Medina. And Sincere Magnetic is out of C Medina. That's Chicago. That's out my way up in there. Excuse me, Taylor. Can I get up there, please? Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah. Yeah, guys. I was excited, man. I wanted to jump on the live. I literally, guys, man. I just literally just got to the rest, man. I gotta move at that terrific speed right there, so I can get ready and lay it down, so I can get back up to make another rotation tomorrow. So
What
So you know,
Darkim, you gonna do it live tomorrow?
I
Yeah.
got one more question, G.
Go ahead.
What degree gave you the most issue?
The wisdom bill.
uh,
The wisdom bill. The wisdom bill, God, man, I was hung up on the wisdom bill, man, for like a month, man. For like a month. I'm looking
oh,
at it. I'm looking at it.
oh
I'm like,
shit.
man, how can you tackle this? I'm like, oh man,
You
this
know what
is
I?
crazy, man. But I got it.
Yeah, you gotta be real. You gotta be real on that one. You gotta be on that one. Like the catches,
Yeah,
you can't.
I
yeah,
feel
Yeah.
yeah,
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 like
by the
I'm
time I
talking
got
about you. I'm talking about you got to use all your senses for that one, man. I'm talking about you need
yeah,
to record yourself saying it, read it, and then all at the same time. I'm telling you.
yeah,
you see,
yeah,
Uh,
by the
yeah,
time
God.
by the time I got to the Wisdom Builder Destroy, it wasn't
Mhm.
that hard.
Word?
Yeah, it was. But you see, because once you get to the nurse's law, it's basically done.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. I figured it was the looking at it because it's the longest degree. I'm looking
Yeah,
at it. It just seemed like it was
Yo,
that mountain. It just seemed like it was that mountain.
huh?
And
yeah,
man, God. But what the one guy was just saying, yeah, I record. I had told in one of the lives
What you
how knowledge
what you looking
120.
for?
I always record myself saying the 120. I'm a semi truck driver, so
yeah,
as I'm driving, I'm playing it back,
Yeah, it might
then
be.
I'm reciting it,
hold
then
on,
I get
hold
with
on.
the gods, and then we build on it. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I got the knowledge of it. So not only I got to focus while I'm driving. A lot of times when I'm checking out the live too, y'all, I'll be texting it and doing and play, bothering with the phone. But yeah, I'm driving it and I'm quoting the degrees. So that's helping. I think that's helping me get sharp as well.
yeah. And
Yeah.
something to help you keep it fresh and all that is
Uh-huh.
that I think you said it was a bar. It sounded like a bar. The one in
Bars,
36
bars. Yes, the bars.
is the flows of the degree, right? So for
Word,
me, the Wisdom Builder Destroy degree is easier because it flowed easier, right?
word, word.
Compared to the knowledge degree in the 1 to 40, it does. By the time you get to the nativism, is all wise and does everything right and exact. That doesn't
Uh-huh.
flow with the other degree or the other parts, right?
Right,
Because then,
right.
because for me, I always got to be mindful not to skip that part.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
it talks about the years and all that stuff, and then you go to the planet. For me, I gotta always be mindful of the nativism is all wise and does everything right and exact.
Everything right exact.
Right? For me, it didn't really flow. So that's something, just to get the flow of the degree really helps me keep it on cap like that.
Word, word, word. Right
everybody
on, man.
is talking about something in particular right now that it's important to what Fly Phrase is saying right here, where you say you've been stuck on that degree for 2 months now, and just trying to get it on cap. See, you really can't just get it on cap. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them things where it's a
You
little
coming
bit
upstairs?
more complex than riding a bicycle. Like, you know how you can pick a bicycle up and within, a couple of seconds you back, you know what I'm saying? But with 120, you gotta save. Like, it's one of the things where if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. You know what I'm saying? And you're really not going to be able to, you don't have proof that you have it on cap. You know what I'm saying? Like the more you saying it, the more you quoting your degrees and all of that, right? You got proof that you know it. So, you know, in any situation where it comes a time where you got to use it, whether it's verbally or whether it's, you know, by getting some wisdom from it, you know it's there. But, you know, if you're just trying to keep it, uh, you know, kind of in the esoteric realm, you know, where it don't have weight or take up space. You know what I'm saying? Like after a certain period of time, you know, you're gonna have experiences with the lessons that's the reason why you remember it. You know what I'm saying? When you started out, you just trying to commit it to memory. You know what I'm saying? But over time, of you live, you know, like over time, right? You know, when you first get the lessons, you might have to remember that 7 is G, or G is the 7th letter, should I say? Right? But you know, over time, that becomes so natural to you that it's like no separation. You don't have to even think that the 7th letter is G. It's just
Indeed.
automatically associated in your brain.
Indeed.
So
Indeed.
you know that's through the practice, because you know every layer of you dealing with something, right? You know, is another layer of experience, and so knowledge is gained through research and experience. So you looking at it, that's a layer. That's a layer of you doing the knowledge to it. You know, you being in the cipher, hearing other brothers say it, that's a layer of you doing the knowledge to it. You understand what I'm saying? You know, uh, you know, just moving through life and drawing up understanding from it, that's another layer of understanding. You see what I'm saying? So uh can't really just limit it to try and put it on a cap.
Indeed. Indeed. Yeah. Yeah, man. The guy was telling me, God, that 120, it's 120 ways to see each degree. And he was like, you know, it'll pretty much, he was like, nah, how long you think that'll take, God? I was like, man, it's a lifetime. He was like, that's right and exact. Like your understanding, he was like, this degree might mean something different to you within the next one as you going through it and whatnot. Like your understanding to grow. But I definitely see what you're saying about the different layers and everything. Layers and the aspects that the different experiences when you out quoting in the cipher, when you building and or when you teaching the different levels and everything, that it helps everything take on a whole different dimension. So I see that.
Time and environment, time and environment is 2 more layers.
Word. Word.
Yeah. You know, the amount of time you spend with anything, you know, you're going to gain more understanding. You know what I'm saying? And then you doing the knowledge to it, you know, in the environment, you know, good example is this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know, people who, you know, you get the knowledge in the college environment, right? And then you don't really understand some of the things that happen when it's just somebody who received the knowledge in the neighborhood environment. You know what I mean? And depending upon what neighborhood they was in, and then the way they chose to activate their mathematics, it might seem foreign to each other. You see what I'm saying? Because foreign environments. You know what I mean? So you know, if you know, certain people, depending on your environment, and you see the 10th degree in the you see the 10th degree in the one in 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
Depending on the person's environment, you know what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
background, all of these different things. It's going to form their understanding and how they see that in different ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, God, I seen that. I seen that joint for the first time, and like, man, I could see how this could radicalize somebody. This that jihad right here. Then the guy told me, he was like, "Nah, God." He was like, "Man, you know that's that because I was like, man, it's like, man, that's this something else right here." He was like, "Nah, God, them four devils is you." He was like, mark my words. He was like, he was like, by the time you done with 120, you gonna take your four devils heads too. But
Yeah.
yes, indeed. That's it, the great. You see that, man? Hey, you like, whoa, wait a minute. But he actually put me up on some history of it though. He said that actually happened though.
Yeah.
Word.
That's what I'm saying. In that time, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the 1400s, right?
Mm-hmm.
They writing about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And or the history that's taking place that they writing about. You know, really the whole time from like 700 to like 1700 or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The different Muslim groups was fighting against the Europeans. Whether it was the Spain, you know, the Ottomans, you know, when they first kicking the Romans out of Egypt and North Africa, you know, they were going at it with them the whole time. And the sword is, you know, wasn't just something that you use as a symbol. That was this is the machine gun of the time.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So
Word.
you know, yeah, that's indicative, you know, of that entire time, you know, but the specific events right there that they talking about in the 1400s, you know, it meant something right then, but it didn't necessarily mean the same thing in 1934. You see what I'm saying? Because in 1934, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know about the voodoo house killing?
Peace to the
That's
God. Paul.
I believe that's what I was mentioning. Is that what happened up in D Mecca up that way?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he was telling me how it actually happened. Yeah, I know like the history of it. The history of you know, like how how when they was doing the back with the Crusades, what's that movie, like the Kingdom of Heaven, how they would practice taking the heads then, but he was talking more like modern times, and I think that's what you're talking about right now, correct? With that voodoo house killing.
The voodoo house killing
Uh-huh.
was, you know, this guy was another student of Fard,
Mm-hmm.
and he ended up misunderstanding the teaching and killing one of the brothers at the temple that they had.
Mm.
It's like in the paper. You could Google it. You know, it was in the paper of the time. I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up.
Saying that, see how, you know, you try to understand it in the same way that it was understood at the time when it happened, and now it's out of place. You understand what I'm saying? To understand
Right.
it's not the season for that.
Word. All right. All right, God. This was a pleasure, man. This is a pleasure, God. I'm on are you gonna do a live tomorrow, God?
No doubt.
Hey, check this out. See if you can make this joint go long, man. On the real, God, these builds that you do, They get me through my ride. I start off early in the morning. Ain't no guys awake to build with or nothing. So I be riding, you know what I'm saying? I ride from the Indianapolis area up to D Mecca area on a daily basis, man. The longer bills get me all the way through. They get me through. All
Yeah.
right, guy. I will tap back in. I'm gonna finish watching this when I start back driving here in a few hours.
All right, peace.
All right, peace.
So what happened to we still out Tim Salam never came back and told us which cipher he was dealing with. That bug never came back. But okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, smell good. So we got any other this is open topics. I didn't have a rant. I didn't have a rant for the day, so we just yeah. Tomorrow I'll have a rant prepared.
You know, I watched an old video that you had about 2 or 3 years ago, talking about the 7.5 ounces of brain cells.
Say it again.
I watched an old video, just talking about the 7.5 ounces of brain cells. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah.
You had a particular thing in there?
Yeah, because it's a brother here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm not as educated or anything, but he came with a note, from another prison. So I told the guy I helped him walk him through 120, and so we was building on that. And he really wasn't satisfied with that answer. So he wasn't satisfied with what I told him. I drew it up through the mathematics and alphabets. He really wasn't satisfied with that, man, because he was like, next Islam didn't have mathematics, at least not the way we have. And so I started doing some research, man. Have you ever heard of I want to say it's called histobology?
I heard the name, but
It's basically when we grabbed the book out of the library, it basically said that so the human brain weighs roughly 3 pounds, about 50 ounces, and 85% of it is water weight. But when they examine, like when scientists study your brain, they dehydrate the brain through a process. It's histomological process, and they use alcohol to dehydrate your brain. And once they dehydrate your brain, the male brain, dry brain, because say the brain 85% water, the dry brain is 7.5 ounces of brain. Once they remove the this is in the medical field. Now I'm not saying that this is what Elijah Farrar meant, but I never really did any research on it because I always use mathematics and alphabets. But the brother just wasn't satisfied with that answer, so I had to go, look it up to really.
I heard this before.
Just the purpose to shut him up. Yeah.
I heard this before. Let's see, because let's see if we can look up the arithmetic on that here. Because the 3.5 pounds, right? It's 48 ounces, right? It's,
Histological. That's what's called histological process.
right. So it's 85% of the 48 ounces is 40.8. 48 minus 40.8 is 7.2.
Yeah. So I rounded off because the little book I had 50 ounces.
Yeah,
like I say, I mean,
right. I never looked at it particularly like that in terms of how much water is in the brain. But yeah, now I've heard this science before. KO Supreme. got Darkim Salam. I want to hear this. There's a couple of different things going on. It's kind of like long term, mid term, and short term plans dealing with it. So, like I said, I'm not sure which one you're asking about. But anybody else out there? Anybody else out there got any questions? You know what I was thinking too, Kasim? You gotta do knowledge too with like that type of topic with the 7.5 ounces of brain, as well as just in general, right? Uh, a lot of knowledge that we got, right? Those are the seeds that was planted. A lot of that stuff has to be, some of it has to be researched all over. Because we're talking about the first people who was exploring into even the possibility, I'm talking about in terms of in the wilderness of North America, different people that is becoming the first historians and scientists or whatever, and you know, just for them to be exploring into the possibility that the original man got history and science other than being a slave. That was in its infancy right there. So they planted a lot of seeds, but we do have to go. We can't just be satisfied. That somebody that we respect as great said that. Say here, Wordsmith, you said it did documents on what? I got my lessons, 110, 136, 114, 140. Actually, facts. So, that's the order you're giving me. So, what you up to now? Yeah, that's the order you giving me. How you know that's gonna be? How you know that's gonna remain the order? Plus, you know, you gotta get with the program because we got a new Mr. 120. All right, so you're in the 136. You you still got a little work to do, but you anyway. You know today's degree in 136. But who's giving you the knowledge? He already told you that's the order he's giving it to you. Has anybody seen? Why didn't anybody tell me that the 5% have a Wikipedia page? You know, we got a Wikipedia page, right? And of all the sources on the Wikipedia page that I noticed, I didn't do a complete analysis of the bibliography, but none of those people be around the 5%. They might have came around for long enough to publish their little mail or whatever. But how, like, when you just look at it and you're like, wow, this is, because now that these people have elevated themselves to sources, right, of the knowledge of the 5%, now you got other things that will be based upon that. Meaning that right now, somebody make a movie, right, and they put a 5% in there, they might base it on these sources that actually don't really have nothing to do with it. Like they might have came around and interviewed some people. But I think they stepping a little bit far with some of the things they claim to be in. What is his own self? So you up to 18. Okay, so look, what is his own self, right? But look, I know what the 14th degree says, but that's a lie to you, answer. What's your answer? See, his own self is God. Did you say KO Supreme? KO Supreme, you get Supreme said his own self is alive to create hell as long as he build and make his knowledge born. Well, the lie is arm, leg, arm supreme. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Saying with the proper knowledge of himself, but be clear on it. Yeah, I see God as your ability to exercise money. Okay, look. This is blast from the past. Right? This is blast from the past. Right? That's the 13th degree, right? His own self is the master. One who knows and understands how to exercise wisdom, highest degree, effectiveness. See what I did there? That's when I was on the 136, 114, those type of degrees. That's what me, brother Ken used to say. Now look, KO Supreme. Yeah, that's the 13th letter. You see what I did there? Now look, KO Supreme, this is another thing I look. And this goes for everybody. I'm gonna be copywriting all my signs. So if you use some of my dudes, that thing. But that one right there, right? I'm gonna give you that's a one-time free offer right there. You can use that and look, when you use it, don't say I said it, say you said it. You great, you use that freely. Still there, Chaos Supreme? Thanks, Obama. Seriously though, see, this, that's just one. Like I said, you can hold on to that, but it's how you got to be using your mathematics and your alphabet. You understand what I'm saying? Don't just get caught up in, uh, you know, repeating the lesson, right? Not just memorizing them, studying. that's only for him too. If I catch the rest of y'all using that, y'all gotta pay me. So I'm copywriting all my sign. That's form my own build and conclusion. See, uh, me, I don't really, you got people, everybody saying, they got their own understanding. I don't know about. But we all got to see, understand it for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, look, understanding means to see, right? Let's say a car is coming. Car is barreling down the street and you crossing the street. All of a sudden, your car comes around the corner, right? Unexpectedly, and we in the middle of the street. Now, everybody's got to see the car for themselves. There might be one person that you might be able to push or pull out the way, but generally speaking, everybody got to see the car for themselves for them to successfully not get hit. Even if you don't see the car, right? You got to see something in the people you with. You gotta be one mind enough with these people that you with, where when they say look out and they move, you move in unison with them. If you don't see nothing and you standing around still looking, then that's what everybody's gonna say. You didn't see it. But see, even though we all saw the car for ourselves, it's a car. Like if we all saw a car coming around the corner and you saw a rabbit, because you got your own understanding, that's problematic. See, everybody sees understanding for themselves because you got your own perspective on it. We both can look at the giraffe, and I could be looking at the tail of the giraffe, and you could be looking at the neck of the giraffe. But if we both looking at a giraffe, and one of us sees the giraffe, and the other one sees the remote control, right? Then that's a little bit beyond, you just saying you got your own understanding. See, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now let's bring it home, right? You can say you got your own understanding and all this, and you see things all different, right? But what about when it gets to 4? What about when you got to live it out? So you got people hear all kinds of voices and see all kinds of visions. And when they try to live them out, amongst a group of people, right? They inharmonious. You don't want to call people no names, but you inharmonious with the mindset, of the group of civilized people that you among. So it could be, semantic, but I find that a lot of times, everybody got their own understanding. Uh, it can be used as a band-aid or crazy talk. So, just remain aware that as you're drawing things up, programmed by society. This is where we just in here having a really good freestyle. We didn't have a particular topic. So, you have any questions? But yeah, KO Supreme, just remember that. But, you can, you know, knowledge isn't there, understand. It comes time to live it out and you get to coach it. That's when you're going to see what was real and what was not. What was a seed and what was a rock. Because, you can learn a whole bunch of stuff that you can't live out. That don't really have no practical use in your environment. You can talk about shit you ain't never going to do. And you can also say that you have, whatever understanding you want that you can't live out. We see that all the time. But yeah, we got any other questions out there before we wrap this one up? How do you choose what is the best part to live out? The stuff that's good and practice, not just theory. Because, just like I was saying with the lessons, right? You can't just learn it. You can't just memorize it. You can't just put it on cap because the ultimate stage of learning, right, is to put that knowledge into practice. See, like right now, right? Let's say I memorize a book, right? How many other books that's out there written about Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, right? Let's say I memorize word for word five of those five five of those books for each of them. You think I can make that deal? Tight one in the box. You think I can make the NBA? Ultimately, this is the same thing as now. download the lessons on you can buy it on Amazon. Go get Michael Muhammad's book. You can go get Michael Muhammad Knight. You can go get Wakil's book, etc., etc., etc. You can listen to every Wu-Tang album, every Poor Righteous Teachers album, every Brand Nubian album. Not gonna be one of us like that. I'm gonna tell you that there's a fine line right there though too, Taylor. You said, how do you choose what is the best parts to live out? The stuff that's given practice, not just theory, right? It is the thing not depending on what you're doing. See, because you gotta be careful with it. Now you're right. Don't get me wrong. I'm agreeing with you. I'm adding on. Right? Because what you're saying right here is take the best part and throw the rest away. That's what you're supposed to do. But sometimes, right, you gotta make sure that you might look at it and it may not be practically to the naked eye. Like when you look at the 10th degree, right? And then well, you're not on the 10th degree. Let's let me think of an example that from the degree that take uh 7th degree and the 110th, right? Now there's a physical level to it, you know. It has to be because we're talking about square mileage, you know, adds weight and takes up space, square mileage of the planet Earth. And see, there's also some stuff there that you gotta see with the naked eye. I mean, pardon me, with the third eye. You gotta be able to draw that up with the third eye, right? To really say, okay, uh, if we're gonna say that 23 is for the women and the babies, you gotta draw that up with the third eye. You know what I'm saying? You know, what you're saying is right, but just remember, everything can be seen with the naked eye. You see, and then you might confuse yourself to see water, rain, hail, and snow. It comes from above people's heads. And so they don't understand what's causing it to happen because you can't see the water being drawn up with the naked eye. some of these things like that may seem like this strange theory. Make sure you draw it all the way up. Use it, let it distill right back. Self-realization. Got to be practical and able to be realized. But look, let me tell you something. As you start studying and your understanding gets greater and greater, right? Then you like an ancient hunter. You use knowledge and shit, and you don't waste no part of it. There's uh, some that's messed up in whatever way it can happen, right? But you can still learn from it. You can realize some kind of truth from everything that's around you. Could be something you learn about rocks. There might be some science in there, it might seem like trivia. A whole lot of things that people don't know why they need to know that. The whole 120 is like that. You even got people that's 5% that, they don't know why they need to know that. Because they can't draw it up. If you can't draw it up, then it seems like something useless. They take our language and leave the rest alone. Because they never could draw the knowledge up. They just like the way the language sounds. Our sound has surface level healing. It's applied at the surface level most effective. Yeah, layers and layers, layers of it. You understand what I mean? So, uh, as you go through the degrees, right? Like I said, in that 7th degree and the 1 to 10, right? There's many layers, and those are all different ways to understand that degree. What's your name? What else you got there? Questions out there before we go? About it. So, I guess you put T-Point, hit the like button, and tune in tomorrow. We should be back in effect at 7 o'clock, and we'll say peace.